Your case has been pending with immigration for a very long time. Does it mean that they're going to deny your case? Let's talk about it. First of all, if it's a marriage case and you went in already for an interview and the interview seemed like it went well to you, yes, perhaps your spouse missed one or two questions, but it didn't really seem that significant in the moment. Why is it that it is now 6 months later or maybe even 10 months later and you haven't gotten an approval notice yet? Well, it's possible that something was said during that interview that triggered additional scrutiny of your case, and the government is now drilling down a little bit further to do more of a background check on you or your spouse. The next step for some people is another interview notice called the Stokes interview, in which they will separate you during the interview and ask each of you a lot of questions. Or for others, the next step might be a request for more evidence to clear up something that came up during the interview or on your file that needs clearing up. Or for others, it could very well be a notice of intent to deny the case. And then for some others, it depends on where they're living in the country. They might even have their case moved to the fraud unit for further inquiry, and they might even have a site visit to their home. Now, what about others who say, well, we haven't gotten an interview yet, and it's been 12 months or maybe even 15 months, and our case is still pending? What then? Well, in those situations, certainly check the case processing times for your location to see whether it's normal for a case like yours to be pending that long. And if it is outside of the processing times, you can put in a service request with the government, or you can go in and see your congressman or congresswoman about it. And then if those efforts do not work, certainly speak with an immigration lawyer about potentially filing a mandamus lawsuit to force the government to make the next move in your case.